Hello guys, welcome to next tutorial of this channel related to linked list. So in this tutorial we will learn about how we can insert a new node in a linked list. So for inserting a new node in a linked list there would be three cases. First of all, we can insert a new node at a head node, means at the front of the linked list. Secondly, we can insert a node after a given node, like in the mid of the linked list. And third, we can insert node at the end of the linked list. So we will discuss these three scenario in this video. Just let's start some basic algorithm how we can do that with a PPT. Here is a first scenario: insert at the front. So there is a linked list with 5 node, and there's a head which pointing to the first node of the linked list with the value 22. There's a new node with the value 74. We have to insert this new node at the head node. So for inserting that, what we have to do, just we have to provide the new node next value, next reference to the head node, and then that head node would point to the new node like this. First, for the first process, we will cut off this null value from the null pointer value from the new node, and store means and reference and link to the head node of this new node pointer value. And that head node which was previously pointing to 22, that head node will now point to the new node. So that will be done. So I just prepare a Java code for this scenario. Just let's watch this. So in this Java code, there's an insert node class, and there's a node global variable. There's a node static class for creating a new node with the help of constructor. When we create a new node, we will provide a value, and the next of that new node would be null, means the reference of the next parameter would be null. Now there is a method previous item. I just created this method for inserting some previous values, some values which will be inserted in the linked list, so that we can analyze the situation that how we can insert in a linked list at the front, at the middle, and at the end of the linked list. So this method will just create some predefined value, insert it in the linked list, and linked each other. Now there is a method print linked list which take input as a message. I did created this method for printing the linked list after each operation with showing the message that what we did and what's the output. So here is a main method. So I just created the previous item and printed the item in the linked list. So at first, before doing any operations, here is our linked list value 10, 16, 21, which is predefined value 10, 16 and 21. Now I already created a method, so I will just show you. There is a method insert node at front, insert at front. So let's I want to insert value 33 at the head node. So just go to the detail of the implementation. So in this method, what we will do, we will take a input parameter as a value which is integer type, and we will create a node object as a new node with the same value as that was input with the help of the node static class. Now we will do first operation, that we will provide new node dot next to the head as we discussed in the basic algorithm. Now the head node will point to the new nodes. That's it. That will complete our operation. And the time complexity of this implementation of this method would be big O of 1. Means if you don't know about the time complexity, you can search about it on the internet, or you just have to wait some time. We will release a tutorial of this too. If you want to know quickly, then you can search on the online. There's a lot of tutorial. So this method time complexity is O1 because it does not work much. It do the constant amount of work. So let's just run this code, save it and run it. Now here is our initial item 10, 16, 21, and after insertion of the 33 at the front, there is our output 33 is inserted at the front. Now there is a second scenario how we can insert a node after a given node. Suppose there is a linked list with 5 node and there is a new node 74. I want to insert the new node after second node, means after 35. So for this purpose we have to do operation. First of all, the new node next pointer must have must mention the value of the given node next pointer value. So means we can cut off the 35 next pointer value, next pointer reference, and we will provide the new node next as a 25. And this in the second operation we will provide the given node next reference which will point to the new node. So let's just check out the Java code. I already created a method, so I just uncomment this. In this method we will take input first the node, given node, after which we have to insert the value, then the value as 90 I am inserting. So let's check the implementation of this method. So insert node after a given node, which take a input as a given node and the data value. Now the same we will create a new node. This new node have a data value as given input data value 90, and the next pointer of this node would be null as in a constructor of the node class. Now before inserting the node, we have to check that the given node is exist in our linked list or not, means given node is null or not. If given node is null, then we will print a message that given node cannot be null because we cannot insert after null. And after checking this situation, if it is true, then we will print a message and we will return. We don't want to go below below lines because there is no going further. So if given node is not null, suppose there was a 30 which is a node exist in the linked list and not null, then we will point the new node next value to the given node of the next, as we discussed in the algorithm PPT, and the given node dot next equal to new node. So what we are doing, we are providing the new node next value to the given node next and the given node next to the new node. So it will suffice our situation and implement it perfectly. So let's run this code, save it, and after running I was inserting 90 after the second node was 10, so I am inserting 90 and it is done successfully. So this also have a time complexity O1 because it also doing the constant amount of work, as you can see, just nothing, just check and pointing the value to each other. That's it. Now there is a third scenario that we have to insert a linked list node in a linked list at the end. So for that purpose, first of all, we have to go through each and every item in a linked list and we have to find the end of the linked list. We can do that by checking each and every element and each and every item, and the item which next pointer is null, the node which next pointer is null, that is the end of the linked list, and where at that position we have to insert the new node 74. So what we have to do, we have to just go through each and every item, each and every node in the linked list and find the null value, pointer null, and then we have to mention that pointer to the new node. So let's check the Java code implementation. I already did the code, so just uncomment it. Now insert node at the end 29 I am inserting. So for insertion we have take input, we will take input the data node. We don't need any previous node because we are inserting at the end. So same, we will create a node, new node equal to new node data value, means we are creating a new node with this data value. And now we will check if head equal to null, means the first node of the linked list is null, then we have to insert node at the head. So we can just provide a head equal to new node and return. This will take a complexity of O1 because it does not work much, so just constant amount of work. If there is a head null, then we can just simply mention head equal to new node, it will be inserted. Now if head is not null, means there is some item in some node in the linked list. So we have to go to the end of the linked list. So I just created a node n, and in this end I did provided the head value, means a whole list. I did provided whole linked list. I did provided by followed by end node. So I did run a loop, while loop end dot next, means whenever I get end dot next equal to null, that would be the end of the linked list. So I did check, and each and every time I am incrementing the end equal to end dot next. When this loop terminated, means we are at the end, so we just mention end dot next equal to new node, means the null pointer of the linked list end would have the new node now, and new node next pointer was already null when we created it. So this scenario, this method implementation take time complexity O n. N means the number of item, as it scan the whole linked list through the loop. And this method can also be improved up to O1 complexity by keeping a record of the tail of the linked list. When I'm inserting the linked list, I just provide a variable and getting the record of the tail of the linked list. When inserting first node, then the tail record would be the first node. When inserting the second node, then record would be up to second node. So that variable holds the tail of the linked list, so we can easily insert at the linked list with the help of that tail variable. So this scenario, it would be fast up to complexity would be O1, but you need extra memory for holding the tail record. So let's just run this scenario, save it and run it. Yeah, we get inserted as we want to insert 29 at the end of the linked list. So here is our output after insertion at the end. 29 is inserted at the end of the linked list. So these three cases are complete. Like first initial was the some items in the linked list, some node, and now we did inserted 33 at the front, we did inserted 90 at the after the second node, and we did inserted 29 at the end. So these three scenario are covered. Thanks for watching it, guys. If you like, please do subscribe it, and I hope that more quickly I will release more video tutorial related to linked list, and these questions are mainly based on the interview purpose. These questions are inspired by the interview purpose. So let's hope. Have a good day. Thank you.